Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Catherine O'Farrell, and I'm very happy to be here today speaking all about equality, diversity, and inclusion. I am also very inspired by our female leaders who are speaking also, and I'm proud to say that I am part of a female-led company working toward inclusion and diversity, predominantly in the UAE, but across the MENA region. So our company is called Incluzun, and we are comprised of Harmeet, my partner, who has over 30 years experience in the inclusion field, Raza Jafar, who is one of the founding members of the Global Sustainability Network, and myself, Catherine O'Farrell. And I've been working in the inclusion field for over 15 years, 10 of which have been here in the UAE. And I have had roles from group head of two of the larger educational providers in the region, through to principal, head of inclusion, and class teachers. So I've had experience of inclusion at all different levels throughout the educational sphere. So a number of years ago, we began conversations around accessibility and equality for people of determination. And here in the UAE, people with special needs we don't use the term special needs anymore. We use the term people of determination or students of determination. And we've seen a big gap in the provision for those people and how they can access provision, and then how they can access meaningful employment once they graduate from school. And we work very much under the umbrella of the UN SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals, Goal 4 toward improved education and Goal 8 toward sustainable employment. But more regionally, we work under the national policy here in the UAE to empower people of determination. Specifically, we're targeting Pillar 4, which is all around accessibility, looking at access for different services, access to education, improving awareness of the general community, and thereby improving the ability of people of determination to fully engage in society and to contribute meaningfully to society. So if we look at the facts from the World Health Organization, we can see that around 15% of the world's population have special needs. Around 12% of school-going children have special needs. Most moderate to profound needs need individualized support in order to access their education. If we move a little further then to the older cohort, around 621 million young people aged between 15 and 24 are not in education. They're not in employment, and they're not in any kind of formal training. It's estimated that 23% of young people currently employed in the world earn less than $1.25 a day. Now take a moment to think. How would it feel, or how would you survive if you were earning only $1.25 a day? Whether you're in the UK, in the Middle East, in Africa, how would that look like for you? And that's a reality for almost a quarter of young people employed in the world today. So we need to think about how we can tackle this messy problem from the very roots, and that is education. So operating under the United Nations Sustainable Development Network, we have identified three kind of pathways or routes through which we can try to improve accessibility, and equity for people of determination. They are support, sustain, and succeed. We can support families, support workers, and support children in a meaningful way. We can make our support sustainable by working toward achieving Global Sustainability Network Goal 8 to promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth, a world without slavery, and decent work for all. And we can promote success by fostering success for children with individual needs to ensure growth, development, employability, and possibly most importantly, to promote independence. So what can we do as educators? We probably all know that young adults of determination find it very, very difficult to find meaningful work, usually stemming from a lack of access to education. I want you to take a moment to think, what percentage of people with identified needs do you think gain meaningful employment when they leave the education system? It's fewer than 10%. So that means fewer than 1 in 10 young adults who have an identified need, whether that need be mild autism, whether it be a severe physical disability, it doesn't matter. Fewer than 1 in 10 of those people gain access to the workforce, gain meaningful employment. So what can we as educators do to improve access to education? We all know that there are a million things that we can do through our schools, our universities, through the broader educational system and infrastructure. But we at Incluzun, we tried to pick one area to focus on and really streamline toward improving that provision with the hope of impacting more global picture. And that was looking at learning support assistants. So a learning support assistant is also known as a shadow teacher. These are the adults who work one-to-one with students who have more profound educational needs. And by targeting learning support assistants, we hope that we can improve their provision, thus improving outcomes for students of determination, and therefore improving their accessibility to the workforce and their ability to contribute to society, all the time working toward achieving goals 4 and goal 8. So what can we do to actually get this done in schools? And every school can do this. It's not rocket science and it's not expensive. Every school can do it probably within the expertise within their own school. So by targeting this cohort, we can improve the quality of learning support assistance provision, directly impacting student learning. We can do this through training, through providing access to courses, by simply ensuring that all of our learning support assistants have their IEPs, have their documentation, are fully familiar with their students. Doing that on the ground in your school. We can therefore improve accessibility to education for people of determination. And that is very much in line with the UN SDG Goal 4. Through this support, we can support underprivileged youth through education and employment, particularly targeting lower socioeconomic areas in line with GSN Goal 8.5 and 8.6. And that's what we as a company are trying to do. We are trying to recruit LSAs from lower socioeconomic areas, upskill them and deploy them, but ensuring very much that they're fully upskilled before they can take a post, and very much ensuring that their access to employment is improved. We can improve employability for young people of determination because their accessibility to education has been improved, and hopefully help them to gain meaningful employment. Now, what are the goals for inclusion and equity through improved learning support provision? We can improve student outcomes for those who have special needs, therefore improve their employability. We can improve the quality of employment for our learning support assistants. Very often we find that in schools, our learning support assistants are often overlooked. Very few schools offer them quality continuous professional development or quality access to improved learning for themselves as practitioners. We can expand the recruitment to underprivileged regions. If we provide meaningful training, we can take those LSAs who may not necessarily have the skills on entry, but can gain the skills once they join the school, and we can contribute to and enrich the global economy. As we say, go big or go home. We have to look at the bigger picture. All of these small actions have a huge impact on the larger economy and ultimately working toward our sustainable development goals. Now, this is a very big concept to capture in a short period of time, but I hope that it made sense. If you have any questions or would like to join us on this journey, or indeed become a member of the GSN, please do contact either myself or Harmeet on info@incluzun.com. If you have any questions around inclusion, diversity, and equity, I'm happy to have a conversation with you, as is Harmeet. I hope this was a useful session, and I look forward to hearing from you.